Hey, what's coming up for you in the next 10 days, huh? Let's get personal. Let's check the sky mirror. Starting Friday the 18th. And on Friday the 18th, there's a full moon. At 27 Aries. We'll get to that later with some astrocartography. And more than anything else, in a way, Mercury goes retrograde Monday morning, only a half an hour after midnight. So you wake up Monday, Mercury's retrograde. Tendency is to go places twice, write things twice. You can use it to your advantage. It's a good time the next 3 weeks to clean out the old drawers, clean out your wallet, your purse, finish up the letters, finish up stuff that you've already started. That Mercury's already gone over that area once, and now as it goes over it twice going backwards, you can finish it, but when you're any transportation communication stuff you do, if it's brand new, there's a 50% chance you may have to go back and do it again. So keep your receipts. When this happens, sometimes when I'm going to go to the store, I will walk out the door and stop on the porch and come back in and go shishi and then go back out again. Then I've left twice. The worst trick is I call somebody up, I call a number, I let it ring once, then I hang up and punch redial. That way I've already called twice and Mercury doesn't get a chance at me. Anyway, Mercury retrograde when you get up Monday morning, full moon on Friday, that's tomorrow if you're on the Thursday show. Yeah. So, I love this old header. I realized that this is 20 years ago when I was working in print, not television. I still had the same phone number. And here was the top. I like this. I think this is prophetic. I called myself Earth astrologer because I got 8 planets in Earth and Taurus rising. But I think now what we're doing with astrocartography kind of proves that this is going to be maybe more important. Maybe I can teach everybody how to do what Kubla Khan's astrologers were doing. Anyway, Sky Mirror. Now it turns out the Sky Mirror astrology app, which you get for your iPhone, also is now going to be including this Sky Mirror. And maybe the whole show you can get on your little app on your iPhone. Sky Mirror app. I think it's about $5. So it's an alternate way to get the show if frac.com and YouTube are down or not working. Let's see, Mercury is going retrograde, but it's doing that in trine, 120 degrees to Jupiter. And Jupiter always produces a lot of laughs. And so here's Jupiter, ho, 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 har, 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 trining Mercury. That means the kids are Mercury, of course, and they're going to laugh a lot. Yes, they may already be doing it because Mercury's hardly moving at all while you're seeing the show, and it's trining Jupiter. So there should be a lot of optimism around. Don't know why, but there it is. Let's check it out day by day. We're going to run the moon around the edge of this planetary pattern, and as it makes angles to the different bodies, it produces the mood of the times. Remember now, this is not your chart. If you know more about your chart, you'll figure out how this affects you. Because here's Aries, starts here and goes down to here. Here's Taurus. Anyway, the moon, when you're watching the show on Thursday, the 17th, it's in Aries. And in the morning of Thursday, it went by Uranus. And we had a bad new moon happened. Yes. And it was opposing Uranus. And so you're in the land of glitches and power outages and internet failures. And it's the connections and the battery stops. And in general, shaking. These are little shaking symbols and twirlies because it's the tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes that knock out your power supply, huh? and we all feel kind of isolated. So on Thursday morning, the 17th, you probably got up and felt very much alone. It got solved a little bit later because of the trine to Pluto or to Venus, and you relaxed. But here, let's get to Friday. There we go. Friday the 18th. Starts with everybody overdoing it. There's a square to Jupiter, and there you are in the full moon. This is not a Friday to go out and play, folks. Full moons, no matter where they are, always double the accident rate. People get over emotional, things are larger than life, and they act things out, which makes for more accidents and injuries and fights and so on. So, caution, huh? Caution on Friday, a full moon night. Now, Friday gets a lot better if you stay up really late. There's a sextile to Neptune and a trine to Mars. Inspired action. It's really Saturday morning, about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, Hawaiian time. So there's some goodies here, but the moon's gone into Taurus, see? And went into Taurus late Friday night. That's probably around 10 o'clock Friday night. You could feel the shift when the moon left Aries, not so panicky and weird and alone, and start feeling a little more inspired and get something done. However, there's the South Node. The South Node just sucks up motherly energy. So somebody needs help here Saturday. We all feel like we need help a little bit. There is a trine to Pluto, so we got good investigation, and maybe this won't be quite as bad as normally. But here's the kicker. There's the opposition to Saturn. Now that's Saturday night. And so people are stuck. They're depressed. There's not enough time. There's not enough money. It really doesn't get better Sunday morning. No. Sunday morning, the moon is going to oppose Mercury, and it just went, retrograde, huh? Well, it's about to go retrograde on Monday, the 21st. So the moon opposing it early Sunday morning, it still hasn't gone retrograde. You're not going to get your letters mailed and your stuff written very easily, though, because the moon's opposing Mercury. And the kids are laughing too loud. Shut up, kids! It's Sunday morning. Let them have some fun. Okay? There is a nice sextile to Jupiter Sunday morning. If you don't try to stop the kids from talking, it could be very nice Sunday morning. Continues right through Sunday afternoon and evening into Monday morning real early. Here, just before breakfast, the moon shifts from Taurus and goes into Gemini. And confusion. Now, Mars is opposing Neptune. Here's Mars. Just went into Virgo. Here's Neptune at 3 Pisces, Virgo Pisces. So at the beginning of your week in particular, you got Mars opposing Neptune. People aren't happy with doctors and oil companies and drugs, but these are also flammable liquids and gases. In general, Mars is action, activity, and a source of ignition. And when Mars opposes Neptune here on Monday, through the middle of all day Monday, in fact, into the afternoon and stuff, when you go into action, Neptune's opposing. It's like everybody's a little drunk and they're in a hurry. And that means accidents. Yes. And fanatical fighting. And if this is flammable liquids and gases and the source of ignition, you could have some fires here Monday, the 21st. That's actually here. This is 2 a.m. in Hawaii, the line that separates these days. And so at 2 a.m., there's a nice sextile to Uranus. The TV, the internet, the brotherhood, the higher mind comes in. Neptune, of course, is belief, religion, art, music. Not so hot here. Here's science. Yeah, science is the winner early Tuesday morning at 2 a.m. There is an opposition to Venus. We're not happy with the sugar and the girls and the love and feel like giving up a little bit Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday around dinner time. So there's not a lot of, you're not in the comfort zone here Tuesday afternoon and evening. Wednesday might get a little bit better. But the moon's still in Gemini until you get to between lunch and dinner. The moon shifts into Cancer, and as soon as it goes into Cancer, well, it all changes. And boy, is this a mixed bag, huh? It starts with sextiles to Mars and trines to Neptune and a trine to the Sun, and we're all going to go get with the church group and do something physical. And it looks like the heroes are out and they believe in what they're doing here. Yeah, Wednesday night and Thursday morning. But beware, here is the Pluto-Uranus square, and that comes on about lunchtime, just before lunch even. And suddenly there's a panic and there's a glitch. And you're back in the shaky zone again, and the whirly zone, Thursday and Friday. Eek, a bug. Pluto. Oh, I feel all alone. The square to Uranus, and the power's not working. What's going on? There is a trine to Saturn here, late after dinner. And so it seems like we got organized. And on Friday morning, the moon is going to go by Jupiter. Hooray! Ho, ho, ho! Har, har, har! Mercury is in trine. We're all talking optimism, and everybody is laughing a lot. Ho, ho, ho! Har, har, har! So this is pretty optimistic, Friday morning, October 25th. I hope you've got some optimism in your life and that you've got good reason to laugh. I purposefully only watch comedies and certain things on TV that make me laugh, because I know laughing is really good for your health. Yes, any kind of laughing. Be around some little kids, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds. They know what to laugh at. So laughing is good for you, good for your health. Change your salt over to sea salt. Don't buy things with chemical salt. Buy things with sea salt. The good vibes should continue right through the rest of Friday. Saturday morning, the 26th, when you wake up, the moon's in Leo. It feels different, doesn't it? It's a lot of energy, but the feeling is being stuck. Leo is a fixed fire sign. There's a square to the Sun in the afternoon, and so you're not going to get a lot of stuff done. Your ambitions are thwarted somehow. But late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, there's a trine to Uranus. Science, astrology. You know that when you watch The Big Bang, one of my favorites, that theme song of theirs, the last stanza in fact, the last 3 words of that song are Einstein and astrology. They gave astrology as the last word in that song, showing the progress of mankind. Ha ha. Interesting. So here's freedom and independence and all that stuff around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Bang, get closed down. Here's a square to Saturn. And you'll be late to church if that's your plan. And you'll be depressed. There's not enough time, not enough money. Gosh, not so hot. There's also problems with Mercury here. At 18 degrees, that's right there where the red line is. So that's Sunday night. That's after dinner. And the square to Mercury means you're doing things twice, you have trouble communicating. Well, shut up. Here's a nice trine to Venus. You're supposed to be loving and smiling and pet the cat and stroke your kids and be a Venus person, not a talking person, and you'll get through Sunday night just fine.